Hello again and welcome back to Mommy&Mini. This is my second video for letters and handwriting practice. So I'm going to be showing you the different stages of writing that start as early as 15 months. And also I'm going to show you the correct ways to teach handwriting. So first let's talk about the stages of writing. When your child reaches an age that you feel comfortable, you can introduce drawing to them. Most scientists say that around 15 months is when they can start holding things and show an interest in it. I recommend colors. Pencils are a little too pokey for young children, but crayons are my favorite go-to. Markers are great, but they might put them in their mouth. So the younger, more I would stick with crayons. They even have triangle crayons, which are awesome. I will link them on my site that are easier for them to grip, and they're thicker and less pointy. So I'm going to demonstrate with a crayon the first stage of emergent writing, which is just like scribbling and drawing and doodling. They will just try to show them colors and the excitement of being able to express colors on page. My son's almost a year old, and I already showed him crayons because he saw me working with a student with them. He didn't necessarily love doing this, even though I held his hand and helped him, but he does love seeing all the bright colors. Either giving them crayons or chemical-free paints that they can use at a young age, they love to explore color. So this is just called scribbling, and this happens for quite some time. Next, we have wavy scribbles or mock handwriting. This is when they start to learn how to do curves and waves, or they'll see your handwriting and they'll pretend to write. This is important for them to understand because this means that they recognize that when we write, it has a meaning. So they want to pretend to be like us. Great thing to do with this is to make-believe play with them, like doctor or vet or office, things that have them writing notes like this in script. After mock writing, they'll start to do mock letters or shapes. This is kind of like if you saw my other video where we talk about curves and sticks. This is where this comes into play. They may start to make things that look similar to shapes like this or like that. Sometimes they'll have things that look kind of like H's. Just they're trying to figure out shapes and how they relate to letters. Mock letters and scribbling like this, scribbling out shapes, happen around 2 to 3 years old. I have some links to sites to look at the research if you'd like to know that. Now around 3 to 4 years old, children start doing inventive spelling and letters. So they'll start to write things like, they know the letter I look to play. I like to play. This is what they'll hear in their minds. This is what we're gonna focus on today, how they learn how to write their letters. But just know that they'll start doing phonetic spelling, where they just hear the sounds and they link them to the letters and they write them. I have a book on my page that is super cute. It's called A Squiggly Story, and it's about a child who only knows some of his letters, but he wants to write a story. So his little sister shows him that he can with shapes and letters. So he does like I, and a circle means soccer ball, and then U, and this means me and you are playing soccer together. So those are the stages of handwriting. These are something that are also in the dollar spot at Target. If you have a chance when school starts up, they have so many great things in the Target dollar section. So this is a little journal, and it has dashed lines in it, which I highly recommend using for kids. I also don't have the pencils I really like. I can link those on my site as well. They're triangle sized and they have a bigger end so that they're safer for kids and they're easier to grip for younger kids. But anyway, it's important if you want to teach handwriting to teach them the ways to do it. I have some handwriting pages, if you'd like to look at those, that teach each letter at a time and have a sentence on them. So anyway, on my blog, you'll see that I call the top line the sky, and I have like a sun poking out in a picture. The middle line is the fence, and the bottom is the grass or the ground. I have different letters that you go over that either touch the sky, touch the fence, or go under the ground. But teaching your child with these terms helps them understand better. So let's say I'm doing a lowercase b. I'd say, okay, you're going to start at the sky. Start at the top line. Go all the way down. Stop. Go all the way back up to the top of the fence and curve around to the ground. You can even show them arrows. So you go here first, then you go around. Then nice space and do it again. Go down, up to the fence, and around. Go down. Go up to the fence, curve back to the ground. Stuff like that. Make sure you're saying these things out loud to your kids so that they understand you as you do it, and then also when they're doing it, say what they are doing. So if I'm the child now, the adult would say to me, okay, go down from the sky to the ground. All right, just go back up only to that dotted line, curve around to the ground. Great. Again, let's use a space. So spacing out your letters, you can use a finger, or sometimes let them hold a popsicle stick. I call it Mr. Spacer. They can draw a face on it, and then they can do their next letter. So if you have any questions about writing, send me a comment or an email, and I hope this video was helpful.